My name is Michael Dreiling. I'm a sociology professor at the University of Oregon, and I'm here to answer questions and provide an opportunity for faculty here at the University of Minnesota to look at what we've done at the University of Oregon and through our faculty union, United Academics, to uphold the academic mission of the University of Oregon. At the University of Oregon, I had conversations with hundreds of my colleagues about why to support and join our union. We formed our union in 2012, April 2012. We ratified our first contract in October of 2013, and we've just now finished negotiations and ratified our second contract. What we've seen happen as a result of this, at one level can be seen as fairly mundane. I mean, our day-to-day operations and lives as faculty haven't changed. What has changed, however, is we've now moved the University of Oregon to a place where the culture better fits with several key values, which I'll sum up here. One is, of course, transparency, greater transparency with respect to how local decision-making in our units impacts, say, everything from merit pay to promotion. So that bringing policy development to faculty at the local level to have respect for local units, that's now through our collective bargaining agreement, something that's enforced. Stability. One of the things that we sought for, and one of the key bargaining platforms that we aimed for, was stability. Stability in pay, stability in the expectations for promotion, stability in the expectations for raises in an ongoing basis. For example, in our now 2 consecutive contracts, we've got 5 years of salary raises that equal to about 20% over that 5-year period. That's not including the work we've done to raise the minimum floor, that non-tenure track faculty bore the burden of, earning sometimes as little as $26,000 per year for full-time work, 9-10 classes per year. We've raised that now minimum floor to $39,000. This helps support the professional objectives of the non-tenure instructional faculty who are doing so much heavy lifting to make sure that the undergraduates at the university are getting the education they pay for. Second of all, it provides the kind of opportunities for instructors, faculty across the spectrum of the non-tenure track classifications to have a voice in the academic units where they have so much to already offer, that they're already offering in terms of the classes they teach, the students they advise, and of course the academic community they participate in. That's now revered with a higher level. So non-tenure track faculty are given, I think, their due respect as a result. And so that stability now is also built into the opportunities for promotion raises. All faculty, tenure track, non-tenure track faculty, are guaranteed with a locked-in minimum 8% raise with promotion. That's promotion to senior instructor, which is a non-tenure track classification, or promotion with tenure to associate professor or to full professor, 8%. So real material gains. So that's the stability part of it. The other element of the kind of platform that we really really wanted to emphasize in our organizing and ultimately in our contract was voice. Voice for faculty, not just on campus, to be able to sit down and really have a respectful conversation with the administrators, some of whom are colleagues who we've worked with for many years, to sit down, have respectful conversations and be heard about real problems that faculty face and coming up with meaningful solutions to those problems, whether they're through the collective bargaining agreement or through other mechanisms that are mutually agreed upon. And that voice translates not just in terms of labor management relationships, but it also translates to the academic governance of the university and the role of faculty in academic governance. It also translates to our voice in the state capitol, where increasingly so much of the future of public universities hinge on the support we get from state legislatures and governors. And so we now have a voice there. So emphasizing these core values of transparency, voice, and stability, our contract has brought together some key problem-solving language that, again, you step back and you look at it, it's all quite mundane. It's just really about setting up agreements that we can all be accountable to. But on the other hand, this agreement, this legally binding agreement that we've now established with the university administration allows us to have a greater level of transparency, stability, and voice at all the levels I've just summarized. And so those are reasons, I think, to support it. Yeah, one of the common responses and myths I've heard from colleagues, and introducing just the concept of unionization to faculty in some ways kind of brings up some worries or concerns that tie into some larger mythologies about unions in the United States. One of those is the idea that somehow faculty will be reduced to mere employees and not be in a governance relationship with members of the administration. That idea, I think, is the one I've been most surprised to see fall flat. And it's because partly by unionizing, not only did we extend the concept of shared governance to the actual conversations we have at the bargaining table and at, say, handling of grievances and other formal kind of concerns that get raised by faculty, but we extended that principle and the idea of faculty voice to the existing Senate institution. And by doing that, we elevated and reinvigorated the University Senate. And then we replicated that kind of model of shared governance, of problem solving, institutional problem solving by faculty with administration around collective bargaining, and also in informal kind of administration of faculty meetings to deal with grievances or other matters. And so shared governance at the University of Oregon is strengthened, and I think has made a dramatic turn in the last year, one I think that folks can be proud of, but also one we can count on being there in the years ahead, because now we've locked in some of the protections, not only for the Senate and for the university constitution and the shared governance principles, into our legally binding CBA, a collective bargaining agreement. By unionizing at the University of Oregon, faculty have repeatedly made the claim that investing in faculty is investing in the future of the institution. Investing in faculty is investing in the academic mission of the institution. Investing in faculty is investing in the undergraduate, the graduate, and educational as well as research mission. And so we've insisted on that. And what has happened as a result of unionizing is the conversation about priorities has moved from what I think a lot of faculty understood to be a conversation that was off course. Priorities were misplaced for a long time at the University of Oregon. And by organizing a union and by insisting over and over again through collective bargaining, again through our conversations with administrators, through the University Senate and other venue and op-eds and what else, is we've changed the conversation that the academic mission must be front and center, that the research mission must be front and center, because that is what the people of Oregon built. That is the institution they invested in, and it's the institution we want to pass on to the next generation. And specifically, that translates into innumerable results, consequences, in the form of the CBA, in the form of how exactly, by shifting priorities away from, say, ancillary projects, big bloated administration budgets, to athletic budgets, to ancillary student recreational budgets, moving some of the priority back to the academic core. What has been the result? Well, first of all, making sure that faculty stay in place. We aren't losing faculty from through outside offers and poaching from other universities. Second, by investing in and having the conversation shift to our academic programs, we are supporting the people who do the actual research, who do the teaching, and ultimately providing stability and security for the programs where that research takes place. I expect that as a result of the turn in the conversation at the University of Oregon and the consequent shift in priorities, the investment now is focused on building our tenure track faculty ranks, supporting the professionalization of the non-tenure track faculty ranks, and moving the University of Oregon back where it ought to be, which is moving up, not down, the AAU ranks.